buy the most expensive equipment when starting out. You can literally just start out using whatever you have, right? Basically, improve and upgrade as you go. You do not need to spend all your money just starting out. Just see if you like it. You know, try it out because it might not be for everyone, right? It might not be for you, but you don't know that until you try.
That's actually pretty great advice. But
Very
yeah, like, we did we noticed that you actually do a lot of fan dubs too, and it's safe to assume that that's how you started as well. So what was your favorite one? Are you allowed to say your favorite one?
Oh yeah, yeah. I did this when I was a little baby sailor, right? I was doing a project with some friends, online friends, and we were able to get a fan project out, and I was so excited. I was using like laptop microphone, not very good at all. It was very bad quality, but yeah, I did it. And I can show you guys. I'll send it in the chat. It's 13 years ago. Can you believe that? Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Very
Yeah.
long time ago.
Long,
You were
crazy.
definitely still a baby sailor back then.
I was a baby sailor, yes. Laptop microphone, not good. It was bad. It was really bad.
But there, like you know,
It is an amazing
yeah,
start, though.
yeah, that is an amazing start. Like especially because considering 13 years ago, when was that? Like 2020? When
No,
was that?
not
was that?
2020. No, it's
2010,
13,
2010,
14.
like
Yeah, don't be
2014.
For
Okay,
good
well,
old
Happy T
I was
forgot to
13
count.
years old.
The math's not mathing anymore.
But yeah, like that was a long time ago, and a lot of people don't have the resources that they have now. So like, how'd you manage to like continue and keep growing and keep going, even though, but you know, considering the lack of resources? What was the very first role where you were like, okay, this is definitely something I can do full time. This is definitely feasible.
Oh yeah, definitely doing this. Like just seeing myself on an anime character, it's just amazing. Like, oh my gosh, that's my voice. And that's what sparked me to do that. I can play many different characters and it doesn't matter what I look like or who I am. All it matters is your voice. So I love that and being a different character every time. That makes it so fun, you know? And after doing this one character, now I want to do so many other characters, you know? So I keep on auditioning, keep doing roles, and bam, that's how we are today, you know?
Any dream characters you'd like to play in the future?
Snowball.
Oh, yes. I would love to be in Pokemon. Like, you know, just voicing a little Pokemon would be so fun.
Really?
Yes.
How about you, David? Any characters that you want to try, you know, as an aspiring VA?
Oh, yes. There's some, like, you know, at least I get into a fighting game, like at least Blaze Blue or, you know, Guilty Gear. At least. Have you heard
Don't
of that,
really
Trina?
like screaming.
Yeah,
Right,
of
so
course.
just like yeah.
Like many other famous VAs there as well, like, you know, Johnny Young Bosch, Akira Buckland, and all the other peeps are there as well.
But like, what do you call Dobbit? Do you call him Dobbit or do you call him June?
It's June.
June?
Yes.
Yeah, it's June.
How many names have you collected in your life, June? June, J-Dub,
June, J-Dubs,
Dobbit,
Boss
like,
Paras.
J-Dubs, Dubster.
which alias are you using this time? Who am I talking to? How many split personalities do you have?
It's just June in here because, you know, that's like my default Discord name.
Alright. Okay, got
What's
it,
your default
Batman.
name?
The last one, Bruce Wayne is in the
No,
building.
I think your default Discord name is Jundo. I think.
No.
Jundo. What
So-
about Junwei? Oh yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, Trina, like, what were the moments in your career where you kind of faced significant challenges, and how do you usually handle those challenges? Because I think this is like significant advice that a lot of aspiring VAs should hear. And this is, you know, like, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I can get that. You know, sometimes you keep on auditioning like, you know, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times, and you feel like you can't get any role whatsoever. You get really discouraged, right? And honestly, when I'm feeling down or I feel like, oh, nobody likes me, I'm not getting cast for the role, it's not true. Maybe, it's you're perfect, but there's someone that they just want more because they like their voice more for their character. That's their vision. You cannot compare yourself to someone else because your voice will be perfect for something and it might not be what that director's looking for. And that's okay.
See.
Everyone's different. That's totally fine. If I'm really discouraged, I like to watch other people's work. So let's say me watching an anime, an English dub anime, and I'm listening to that voice actor and their performance, and I'm like, wow, that's inspiring. That just makes me want to do even better because their acting is so good. Or, taking classes and getting advice from other vocal coaches and voice actors in the industry, that can really help out. Maybe you're doing something and you don't realize what you're doing, and they can keep you aware of that.
And I would like to add, like, what Trina said is true, basically, because, like, in terms of VA stuff, like, there are times when I audition for the role, like, it's usually the main character I auditioned, but then I didn't get the main character because, for some reason, there was a time that, like, the director DM'd me, and then, like you said, like, you fit the villain more, you fit the villain more. So, like, at least you did your best, and, like, the director has some other plans, like, right, Trina?
Exactly. Then you get a role that you didn't even audition for, and you're like, you fit this character more. Okay, I'm happy. I'm still a role.
Indeed.
Also, to add to that, we had an experience with Janelle back then in Red Tarian Games where we were looking for VAs for a game. Janelle, what's the experience there?
Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh, me
Brings back
pulling
the
back
memories.
6 years ago. All right, time to pull out my cane. Anyways, was it 6 years ago? Oh no,
6
it's
years
not.
ago. 6
It's
years ago
7.
already. 7?
25 minus 18. I
No
can't
way,
math.
that's illegal.
Sorry, man.
It's
I
at
use
least
spreadsheets
5
for my
years.
life. That's not 5 years. That's like 7 years ago. But
Put
yeah,
your
no, we,
eyes
we
from
got to
reality.
work with some really cool VAs. I think God, I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher her name. Like Kaylee Mills. Yeah, because she did
Oh
like
wow.
yeah. And I think Caitlin Mayers and oh God, Elsie Lovelock. So like they're pretty like big names in the like VA industry. But yeah, it was fun. I guess. Okay, I guess I should pulled out my model. But like it was fun the experience and working with VAs and a lot of fun time zone things where I had to do direction for a VA at 2 a.m. It was kind of
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
Yeah, no, the thing was, it was also a character, a Foxy Ari-like character. Please don't like demonetize us, Riot. But yeah,
You said
hearing
already
that,
like.
yeah, giving live directions at 2 a.m. was very fun, but also like, huh? Because as I also wrote like the voice lines, because we had to like I remember when we first wrote the voice lines and then like, oh, they're kind of lengthy. And then like we got it's per word. Oh, okay, all of these lines have to be cut in half because we cannot afford this as an indie studio.
Oh.
Yeah, but hey, it still was a thing and like all the VAs got paid. It's like, I don't know, the game's somewhere out there right now. Right, Dane-san, like last ditch effort. Bro, so put
You
this
guys
out.
wanna revive it? Just kidding.
Just
Uh,
revive
That was
it.
6 years ago.
All right, Dane. I would like to ask for a small loan of $1 million.
$1 million.
Thanks. Let me buy off the IP from the IP owner. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really cool. Pretty fun experience. Cause I like working with VAs. Yeah, breeds life to a character for real. Yeah,
Oh yeah, for sure. So you better hire me next, okay? For your next
yeah.
game.
All right. Thanks, Dane-san, for the funding. All right. Yeah, you hear that? That's now like Kaz. This is now Kaz's voice. My anime girl turned into a biblically accurate angel.
Oh damn.
But exactly.
Oh,
Well,
so
how different do you think it is to like voice act for an anime or a show or a movie compared to like voice acting for video games? Like, how's the dynamic there, and yeah, essentially, like, how do you build your character from there? Because video games is a whole other type of media compared to like shows and movies. Essentially, I feel like if you're voice acting for video games, like you're more um illusion to the character. Like you tend to spend more time with it because you do a lot more lines, especially more reactive lines. Especially when a character gets hit, you have to like be more reactive. Like what's the difference? How do you differentiate that?
So for like doing animation or dubbing, it's totally different from video games because normally you're going to have to match the lip flaps or in the timing that it has to be. So with video games, most of the time you can take as long or as fast as you want when it comes to the lines because it's not timed. But definitely for dubbing and stuff, yeah, it's timed. So you might have to shorten a line if it doesn't fit. You might have to say less words or more words to fit the lip flaps. Also, with video games, you don't really have a reference if it's a new video game and it's not dubbed in any language. But for the majority of stuff, if you're dubbing, there is a reference from the original language, such as, anime in Japan, hearing the voice of what the Seiyu voice actor did, and then what can you do for your performance to make it sound similar or
Mm.
how they sound.
Yeah, yeah, because like you do the English voice dub for my dear friend. Is that correct? So
That's
anyway,
correct.
so some of us have so we're fans. Maybe you can give us a quick sample of of your
Nokutan.
yeah. We'd love to hear like a really quick sample if that would be great.
Huh? You want a piece of me? Huh? Huh? You want a piece of me? Nya,
Oh my God, that reminds me. That's really good.
You
Reminds me
nailed
of
it so
the
well.
first Deer anime long ago. What's it
Oh,
called
God.
again? Forgot. What's the old Deer anime where Shikonosuke Constantan like appeared?
Nichijou, that was like the first crazy one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
It's the
yeah,
principal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's actual Deer.
Principal wrestling with a deer.
Yeah, that's what they're wrestling.
Yeah, that's a wrestling. Oh God. Old. Oh God, we're just throwing everyone's age. Like, okay, everyone, reveal your age.
Reveal your oldness.
Reveal your oldness. No, we're anime. We are forever this age. Exactly. We're
Forever anime.
We're 2D characters for a reason.
So circling back to like working and making sure that like your lines fit the reactive of how video games are essentially like in the producer's side of things, Jenny, like maybe you can chime in because for context, Janil here, he's actually working for Secret Six and he's a producer there, and yeah, they work with Supergiant Games and other notable projects as well. So yeah, maybe Janil, maybe you
yeah.
can give some, maybe yeah. So maybe you can give your insight on how, as a producer, like as a game producer, how you would manage these contingencies of like having voice actors, making sure you collaborate with like the game devs and the artists to see that everything fits in one mold.
I mean, I think that's less of a question for our producer because ours is just really like, hey, can you finish it by this date? Got it. Thanks. That's like if I talk about the producer side, I think it's more of the director side if you're talking about or the designer side. Because the thing like because you can always give anyone a deadline, like finish like 5 lines, things like that. Anyone can do that. That's like producer stuff. But you need a director because you want your characters to come alive. Like the narrative design, like specific characters have specific inflections that the writer wants to convey, and directing the voice actress or voice actor to say those to add those inflections in, like or painting a picture like, hey, you're a character here trapped in a box, do tweak or cook inside this box or something, and being able to give lots of really good direction that the voice actor can really put themselves in is a lot easier. I mean, scheduling wise, if you can talk to a voice actor before you even like finalize everything about the character is great because lots of voice actors well, it's a creative industry, man. Like you give life and you have your own flavor to the character. And I know each character is different. Each like adventure with voice and stuff is different. So kind of have to figure out what's best and what works for you. And yeah, and what works for you and the voice actor and the project. Hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does make
Yes.
sense. We actually have some questions coming in our Facebook Live. So one by our very own Ashes is so she's not really familiar with the VA industry, but how competitive is it, Trina, in the VA industry?
Oh, there are tons of voice actors. So, yeah, you're going to have competition, but even so, there will always be more work and there will always be somebody looking for your kind of voice type for a character or a position. So, even if there are a lot of people being a voice actor, that's okay. You know, we're all here to help each other grow and learn together. Don't put somebody else down. We're all trying to bring ourselves up and teach each other stuff. You can meet so many great voice actors in the community. I met amazing people, and I'm sure June has too, right? So
Indeed.
indeed. There's a lot of great people, and I'm happy to have these connections.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And like it's very like where'd you but in beforehand like did you already when you were delving into VA work did you already have the intention of becoming a VTuber after, or was this like something where it's like, oh, I can do this too, like was it always in your head?
For me, I didn't even think about becoming a VTuber until I saw, VTubers becoming a thing back in like what, 2020, 2021, when it became super, super popular and almost like mainstream. And I was like, "Oh my god, I want to be a VTuber. I want to be a cute anime girl." So, voice acting came first, then I became a streamer VTuber after.
Hmm. Then going into the industry, like what do you believe is like a common misconception about being a VTuber or content creator?
That you have to be a specific way. Some people because of the idol culture, they think, "Oh, you can't say certain things, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't have a significant other." But that's not true, everybody's different, right? And some people don't even want to be a part of idol culture. They just want to be chilling on stream, being them, being whatever they want to be, right? So I think that's a common misconception because not everybody is an idol. Not everybody can sing or want to sing as a VTuber. So
Do you
totally
listen to
like
K-pop?
be whoever you want, be yourself kind of thing. Unless you want to be a character, that's totally fine. You can be anybody you want again. But if you want to be yourself, be yourself.
Hmm. Do you listen to K-pop, Trina? Like you mentioned, idol culture.
Oh
So,
yeah, of course.
what's your favorite band or group?
Of course I love my girl group Twice.
Because my girlfriend likes New Jeans. Like she loves New Jeans. So
New Jeans is good too.
That's right. S no S. Okay, let's break SNSD. Come on, girls gonna rise up. Some people there in the chat going SNSD.
Janelle's
Rise up
generation.
everyone.
but that is, I mean, you're pretty right. Because there is a lot of tragedy in the K-pop industry. So like, how do you like as a as a VTuber, how do you stray away from all the negativity that comes into being in the public eye?
Oh
Because a
yeah.
lot of like idols do get affected. It affects their mental health and their physical health. Like I can see that the pressure would really get to them. So how do you make sure that the pressure doesn't get to you?
Take breaks if you need. You don't have to constantly, every day, all the time, stream or post content. You need to take vacations. You need to take breaks. If you're tired, rest. Be yourself and don't don't be a workaholic, okay? Don't stream 7 days a week, all day every day. You need rest. You need time to yourself or you will feel burnout. So take those needed breaks. You need them.
That's actually pretty good advice. Take those needed breaks, June.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Needed
yes.
breaks, guys.
Indeed.
So, how do you see the landscape of virtual streaming like evolving in the next few years? You know, you've been around for since the pandemic. How do you see it going in like the next 5 years? Do you think do you think this is really it, or do you think there's some sort of evolution coming for
Oh
the
yeah.
in the VTuber space?
It's gonna keep on evolving. VTubers will never go away. You always see a new VTuber almost every day, like on social media or like somebody becoming a VTuber for the first time ever. It's just gonna keep going uphill. There's gonna be more technological advances. There's gonna be, I bet you, there's gonna be a VR VTuber. Oh wait, there already is. Oh, there's an AI VTuber. Yes, there already is. There's gonna be more advancements. Next time, you're gonna see a VTuber in real life. It's gonna happen. You'll see like a robot 3D VTuber in real life AR. It's gonna happen.
Remember, companies already trying to do that.
See?
Like,
It's
yeah,
happening.
give them a physical body and some stuff.
I mean,
What's the company
Oh,
called?
remote remote work.
I was just like, I mean, escape the flesh tuber, become 2D. Isn't that why we're all here as 2D characters? Literally on
Exactly.
stream.
But yeah, can you walk us through your creative process when developing new content for your audience? You mentioned that you don't want to just keep it into one like space. How do you think of ideas? What do you do to make sure it comes into fruition? Do you have a script? Do you just play by ear? How does it work, as a content creator?
Normally, when it comes to streams and such, I usually put out a schedule and be consistent. And I usually make it the week before so people are well aware I'm going to do for the next week. So if they want to tune into this to the stream for that day, they know what day I'm going to do what, right? Because, sometimes you might be interested in one thing, but you're not interested on the other thing I'm doing. Maybe you don't like watching me talk about certain random topics, and you're like, oh no, I'm only here for the game, and that's okay. That's okay. That's why I like variety, because some people are gonna like some things, other people are gonna like other things. So it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I usually just make a schedule and think it out the week before. But of course, I put everything in my calendar. I gotta stay organized somehow, or else I'll forget. So make notes for you, make reminders.
How'd you manage to accumulate that big of an audience? Because like a lot of people are aspiring content creators, but they've been consistent with their content for years, but then they can't even touch like the 1,000 subscribers um ceiling. So how did that go for you? Like how'd you manage to essentially grow this audience?
YouTube is always changing. Like the algorithm is always changing. So like I would say like back in like, post 2020, people were always home. So, a lot of people were watching YouTube more because they weren't working or, had more free time than it is like 5 years later. The trends change. So I would say, do your research and see what people are doing. What's the new popular thing kind of, but find your niche too. Find something you enjoy doing and specialize in that, because if you do something niche, people are going to know you for that, and that's what they want to see you for. So for me, they know me for voice acting. So they're going to see voice acting stuff on my channel, and that's what they want to see. That certain thing. So pick what you want and stick with it, and experiment sometimes. If you want to, try a different variety at times just to see what might work and what might not work.
Where'd you get the idea of your branding? Like, Admiral Trina, sailor of the seas. Like where? It's a very fun idea, and I think that there's a lot of things that you can conceptualize with that brand and concept. Like, where'd you get that idea?
Well, in the daytime, Admiral Trina really is part of the U.S. Navy military. So I brought my VTuber into it too. So it reflects me in real life and in VTuber life.
That's so cool.
That's so
Wait, since
cool.
usually since VTubers are like have a character or role or lore that they play, does Admiral Trina have a specific, very specific lore, or what's the story?
My story,
Yeah.
I was a sailor and I joined and enlisted and bam, that's what happened. Now I enlisted and now I'm the admiral. I'm the best now. And now
Let's
everyone
go.
will serve me on my ship.
Right, you hear it,
Super
guys. How
cool.
do you be successful? You just become successful. Easy.
How you become
Come on,
number one? You are number one.
Yeah, exactly like that. But generally VTubers like stick to like a plot. Do they stick to? Do you stick? Sorry, my brain stopped working. Do you guys stick to a plot line for, or like stick to a certain character or role when it comes to your character?
When it comes to my character, I say like a certain way. Is that what you're saying?
Uh huh.
Oh no, I'm me all the time.
Oh, you're you all the time. That's cool.
This is me every day. What do you mean? This is me. Character, huh? That's me.
Exactly.
Sure.
I see.
Yeah, but Trina, what I'm really amazed is like aside from the voice acting stuff, like I'm really amazed like you can sing in character. Not a lot of people can do that. I can't even do singing in character. How do you even do that?
Oh my gosh, I practice 100% practice. So I was terrible. I mean, I did like I heard myself years ago sing and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, at least I improved from then." So, honestly, I also took vocal lessons too. I had a teacher for a little bit and it helped like, taught me like breathing and how to, how to um say be on tone and stuff. Take lessons. It's super super helpful and again you learn stuff that you wouldn't know what you did without somebody telling you. And with voice acting, of course, practice on your acting first and then focus on your voice. So if you're doing singing voice acting, focus on the voice first and then worry about singing in that voice cuz it can be very tricky. I feel like most people sing better in their natural voice instead of a character voice, but it's super 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 good if you can do a bonus singing a character voice as well.
Yeah, like can you do that? Like I remember you sing the Cracker song for Nokutan. Can you do a sample, please?
A dear cracker separated from the
Herd, a deer cracker lost from the street. You like that?
That's so
Yes.
good.
My house speakers
Love
loved
it.
it so much. Then I realized the topics of like my house speakers. Actually, I have a question now that like since people are asking it. It's like, what's the most like bizarre or hilarious voice direction you've ever had like received? Because like no, it's like I tried to give direction, then I realized like, huh, that was kind of awkward. Like, have you had any experiences like that voice direction was like awkward or yeah?
Oh my gosh, yes. It was so weird because it was one line where the girl was like, like in Pokemon where they get shocked by a electric Pokemon, so
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
getting shocked or something. And the director kept saying, "Just pretend you're holding on to something and you're getting electrocuted." It's like you have to sound like that. You gotta sound like you're getting electrocuted. And I'm like, "Huh? What?" Like I'm getting electrocuted like in real life? What? What
Okay,
are you
like
saying?
oh, okay, all right. Then you say nothing because like I'm just dead. What do you think?
Yeah, I was like, what in the world? I was so
Sound do you
Do you
confused.
even
speak
talk
of?
when you're electrocuted?
Like just
You make
pretend
sound?
like like what?
Yeah,
Right,
okay,
because your
okay,
muscles are gonna be tightened in that when you're
yeah.
electrocuted, so you can't really say anything.
That's it. Thanks for the idea. I'm
Yeah.
time. All right, we do voice acting. I'm gonna use that the next direction. All right, just pretend you're electrocuted.
Oh my gosh.
Also, Trina, can you tell us, like, to our fellow VAs, like what restaurants you recommend, like teachers and stuff. Like you already told me about it, but tell the audience too.
Yeah, so I literally recently had I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was literally 2 weeks ago. I had a consultation with Jun Yoon, and he is so good. He's very charismatic, personable. He knows a lot about the industry because he is in the industry, and I would totally recommend him because he's great. That man is awesome. You will learn a lot from him. And also, he recommends so many great other voice actors as well. And next time I want to try Brittany Cox. She's a voice actor too, and I want to do her for character work. And Craig Lee Thomas, who does both commercial and character work. I want to work on more commercial stuff, so I want to try those classes as well.
Mm. Yes. Also, Trina, I think like it hasn't been mentioned, but can you tell us how you get like Nokotan and as well as Vera from Punishing Gray Raven?
Ah, yeah. So with Nokotan, right? It was weird. So somebody messaged me and I was confused because they were like, "Oh, hey, would you like to audition for this? And you have to sign up for a website." And I'm like, "What? I got to sign up for a website? That's kind of sketchy. Like, what are they trying to do? Take my credit card information and my social security number and my phone number and my credit card?" I was shocked, right? But they told me their company, and it's Alcatia Dub Studios, and I was like, okay. I researched them, looked them up online. I'm like, okay, they're legit. Like, they're an actual company, and they dub anime into Portuguese. And the guy, the contact, he's also a voice actor, and he dubs stuff into Portuguese as well. Like, they done Demon Slayer and other popular anime into Portuguese. And I guess it's their first time doing it in English, but because it's their first time in English, I was kind of, like, is this legit or not? And then they're like, send some audition samples of you dubbing. So I sent them previous works of me dubbing something, and they're like, oh yeah, you're good. And then I signed up for their website. Thank goodness it wasn't a scam, right? Thank goodness. And yeah, they made me sign an NDA. And then I saw in the first meeting of our first direction session, they put me as Nokotan. Like, I didn't even know what character it was or what I was going to dub. But after that first meeting, then I saw a picture of a deer girl, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm voicing a deer girl. That's cool. So, yeah. As for Vera, I was on a roster for some other dubbing projects. A lot of those, mobile game commercials. This one was an actual role for the animation for Vera, and I was like, okay, let's try this out. And I auditioned for it, and I got the role, and I was so happy about that. I was like, oh my gosh, I got her. That's so cool. So I was previously on that roster for the company. It's a Chinese company, and they're dubbing stuff into English, and I'm very grateful that I was able to voice her for that.
So how does one fellow VA like me get into a roster, for example?
You have to apply. Most of the time they want a resume already available. They want your website. They want your headshot, your photo, and of course they want to hear your demo reel. What you want to focus on is having a commercial demo reel, and I feel like the main two you want is a commercial demo reel first, and the second would be your character animation demo reel.
Okay.
And then apply.
Janil, do you have a question? You were gonna say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say no, cause like when you said cause I didn't like do any like background research. When you said Vera, I was like, is that the same Vera from Punishing Gray Raven? And cause like I have a
Yes.
friend who's a big fan of Punishing Gray Raven, and I was like, okay, wait, I guess I'm sharing this stream to him directly. Please take this. It's like,
Yes.
I play Honkai Impact, and it's like still trying to convince me to go to Punishing Gray Raven, and it's like I know it's a fun experience when like because the experience right now I'm feeling is like when I found out Kaylee voice catching in Genshin Impact. This was like post working with her in like in the studio, and I was like, oh wow, this is really cool. The world is so small. I'm seeing people I work with or meeting new people in games or media. I mean, like, oh my god, these are real people, or I guess these are real 2D characters. So yeah, it's really cool, really cool.
Yeah, it is. It is really cool to meet people like you, Trina.
Aw, thank you.
Have you ever had a role that kind of made you think, oh damn, like I can't believe I get paid to do this?
Yeah, Nokotan. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid to voice Nokotan. That's cool.
Were you a fan of the? What? Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's a big anime.
When you're a fan, I was like, is that a rhetorical question, Ruben? I was like, holy man, oh god, like, why would we like this, man?
The lag caught up.
The
Yeah,
lag up.
but what's a lesser known but super important skill that like every voice actor should have or should start building towards?
What should they build for? Like, what should they go towards?
Yeah, or like like a lesser known skill that you think is useful as a voice actor that like not a lot of people know that they should have this specific skill or they should learn this specific thing in order to make it as a VA.
Networking, knowing people, getting
Okay.
involved in the community. It's like any other job. It's important to meet people and learn from them because somebody's gonna know somebody and somebody's gonna get a role and they're gonna be like, oh, I remember this person. I'm gonna go with them because I remember how good they are. So go meet your people. Go take your classes. Get involved with the community.
Was it easy for you to network or was that something that you needed to learn over time?
Oh my gosh. I feel like it can be kind of difficult because you don't know how to start without being like, like, oh my God. You know how some people are like, I followed you. Can you follow me? That's not the right way to do it. That's not the way. You want to build genuine connections. So, yeah, it can be a skill for some people. Some people are just natural at doing it. But, just be a genuine person and, you can comment on other people's posts and stuff, and then people are gonna know who you are and they're gonna appreciate you. You give them advice and be like, hey, blah 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 blah. And even if you're an introvert, it's okay. On the internet, we can be braver, right? Right?
Yes,
Right,
that
right.
is true.
Blink twice, right? Blink twice. Where's my,
Blink,
my
blink.
anime meme? Oh god.
That's why we're PNGs.
Those are PNGs for a reason.
Because I actually had a thought before whether to be a webcam kind of streamer as a game studio or just be playing PNGs and go do whatever. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's raw.
so glad we stuck to the PNG one.
Yeah.
We're
Trina,
shy. We're shy people.
we are very
You,
shy.
you're gonna be okay.
Aw.
Capricioso's a full VTuber studio. Got it. Thanks.
Got it, thanks.
When you
Yeah.
make it big, everyone needs to have a rigged model. Okay, got it.
Got it.
We'll be
Just
debuting.
scoping your
3D
cost
models
so
now.
much. Operational cost of 10 models, 10 VTuber models.
Before it's like starting out as a VA, like would you call yourself a people person? Like did you already have that ability to be able to easily talk to people? Were you an extrovert or an introvert?
No way. Do I sound like an extrovert to you? Question mark.
The silence is so loud. Yes.
Was that a
Yes,
rhetorical?
Actually, I did not know how to talk to people. I became a streamer, so I learned how to talk to people, kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure I improved from it because if you hear like my early streams, I didn't know how to talk at all. I was like, oh, quiet, silent stream, barely talking. So yeah, you could practice a skill.
I think
Dear man,
yeah,
that's what we were practicing.
actually that's
Yeah.
why we have these for context like again like the studio is like built on introverts like all of us actually I think majority of us and like we have to go to these events like in real life and to practice like talking to people, we have podcasts like this because like as you said, it's easier to talk to people online. So yeah, I think we're kind of doing the same thing, right, Dane?
I hope we are. But I think,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
we're making good
I think
progress. I think.
so. Right? Right?
Yes,
Is this
we
why
are. We
you
are.
kidnap me all the time? Is this why you let me sleep with Ruben in the same room? Wait, okay, sorry. Out of context, that sounds so sus. I mean, like,
Bro,
for an event, okay, we shared rooms. Okay, nothing sus happened. Okay, me talking about it that way makes it more sus. But yeah,
Oh.
we're thinking Janelle.
yeah, we're good. We're
So
good.
defensive.
Hey, we enjoyed our nights
Sus.
together. It was peaceful. I like you fell asleep. I helped you, and like yeah,
Yeah.
Meanwhile, June and I
So
were having like a choir in the other room.
yeah, you're having.
so for context, we went to an event recently in Boracay and all four of us had to share rooms. And then yeah, Jenny was so sweet. Like he would like put me to bed because I would fall asleep on my laptop. You know, just bros being
Aw.
bros.
Yeah,
Aw,
I was worried
bros.
for you, man. It looked like you had a really long day. Yeah.
Yeah, like like he was like my wife or something for like a couple of days. And
Yeah.
Oh, wifey.
All
he
right.
was very sweet. He was very sweet.
Time to cook you lunch. All right. That's my next like concept for my next stream.
But Trina, like ever had a have you ever had to voice a character so different from yourself that it was kind of difficult to pull off? Like you were frustrated that you couldn't do it right. Like this take, you had to take multiple takes. Like what was that moment for you and which character?
It's when I do like the really monotone voice. You have to get all the emotion out, like those Kudere characters.
Like
It's
Raven from Teen Titans.
like Raven from Teen Titans, because sometimes I just wanna give her more emotion, but you really can't, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, the edge there was so sharp. I cut myself through your voice. Sorry.
Ah, ouch,
Sorry, I had to pull that
ouchie.
line. It's
Oof.
but yeah, that was really good. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because it's a total 180. So you can do those voices too, despite your personality being that way. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have to retake it a lot though, because sometimes I put too much emotion into it.
Yeah, but you have to be cold on feeling. I don't know. I've seen
feelings.
things. You need to. I have seen things. I am tired. It's like,
So Trina, like with those stuff, like like how do you even like switch something like instantly from the energetic kid Nokutan to the like Ara Ara Vera?
Ada. Well, normally when I'm doing a role, I'm gonna do that role first before I change into another role. So basically, okay, I'm gonna do Nokotan like character. I'm gonna do all those lines first, and then that's done. That's finished, and then the next thing I do, it'll be a different character, and I'll just put myself in that headspace. So no more thinking about cute Nokotan. I'm doing this Miss Mommy, Miss Mommy mood.
it's like I'm sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy.
Sorry,
Wait.
sorry, mom.
Sorry.
Sorry, mom.
It's okay, Janelle. Yeah. Okay, go have your quick fix now. Okay.
Wait, what's quick fix? No, it's a meme. It's a meme. What are you talking about? No, that's yo. Where's I have to put this.
I guess those 4 days in Boracay didn't mean anything to you.
Yo, hey, I'm sorry. All right, no, it's fine. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. Oh, fine. I'm winning. I'm winning now, Dad.
What are
But
the things that you do to recharge your energy and creative juices? Because like we're in the creative industry, right? Which is vastly different from the usual 9 to 5. If you're already doing what you're passionate about as a career, how do you step away from it? If that's a good term.
When you want to take a break or like what?
Yeah, recharging your creative energy.
Oh, I need to take a nap. That's how I feel good. You get some rest. Oh, you're ready for the next day. You're ready and
Simple nap.
recharged.
I see.
Everybody needs a nap. Take a nap. You'll feel better.
Awesome. I'm already on the right track. I take lots of naps.
Take lots of naps. Sleep is for the strong. Don't forget.
It's pretty cool how like you manage to easily transition from one character to another. Like, how do you get used to like hearing your own voice? Like whether that's on stream or like
Oh,
on a
yeah,
video
that's
on the
right.
show, like
Hmm.
because like I can't like
I
for the
have
life of
trouble
me
with that.
make a video with me on it. So like, how do you get used to that?
I get used to it because I put myself in that mind. You put yourself in that mind, put yourself in that mindset, and then you can do it. You just gotta think like you're the character. That's you. It's not I am this. You are that. You are. Put yourself in that character's shoes. You embody that character. That is you.
Hmm.
Mm.
With that, Trina, like also to share like similar experience. Like I guess we'll get used to our voices, like as we keep on recording, right? Like I eventually even got used to my own voice, like when recording for like so many retakes and all. Like okay, I'm getting used to it now. Like this is bad, this is bad. Let me retake again.
Yup.
Like that
You're like,
feeling.
oh, I gotta do this again.
But okay, that's pretty interesting because that it's really hard to get to that mindset, and like it's pretty cool that you guys managed to like even June. Dude, I'm calling you Dobbit. I'm not calling you June. even Dobbit, even Dobbit, like I've heard him like he's been like since before like he's been sending me his reels and there definitely is a significant difference in terms of tone and confidence. So yeah, and you did mention like before the stream that you do attend cons. In those cons, like just out of curiosity, like what's the weirdest or the most like what's the weirdest fan interaction you've had or like the wildest one when you
Oh
like
my
meet these
gosh.
people?
When they're like it's awkward and like you think you're done talking to them and then they keep on talking and you're like what else do I say after this, and then they just keep going and going and going and I'm like I don't know what to say after this. Can I just go, please? I don't know, please help me out of this situation, somebody. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward sometimes.
So I guess that's guys, that's our signal to cut the stream now.
Oh no, no, I didn't mean that.
Wait, I looked
Oh
like
my
into my
God.
underwater. I was like, wait, what happened? That's not-
Janelle spaced out for 1 second.
yeah. Oh yeah. I think there's like a. Okay, this was I will insert here because I told my friend he finally replied and he's like, oh yo, what the fudge? You're with Vera. I was like, okay, just a special request. I'm sorry, I'm hijacking this. Do you have any like specific line or any line from Vera that I guess stuck with you, or like if you can say a sample Vera line or a Vera-esque line? Yeah.
I think I'll take you for a walk, my pet, my dog.
Oh my god, you hit it. Like, okay, I thought that was a joke from him for context. He told me like, oh, I asked him, what's your favorite voice line from Vera? I was like, the one where she tells me to bark. I was like, oh, wait, is that just being down bad? And I was like, oh, whoa, oh my god, it is real. Anyways, good job, thank you. Oh my god, he's dying in my chats right now. Thank you so much. Hey, and okay, I will dox my friend. It is not me. Okay, fine.
Oh, your
My
friend.
friend,
Yeah,
okay,
your friend.
sure.
No, man, okay, I'm not doxing him. I'm so sorry, friend. Random friend in the comment section. Everyone else, please comment so my friend doesn't get found out. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Okay, in the comments he said woof woof.
That's the
Orf, orf.
guy.
Oh, wait. Yes, you have a devout following here, punishing Grey Raven fans.
Oh, so then Nate is coming in. So
Yep.
let's do okay.
Oh, Nate's
So
here.
hi Nate. So for context, more added lore. One of our avid sound designers that constantly partners with Capriccioso and the local game dev industry here in Cebu. Nate is here. I'm pretty sure he has some questions that he wants to ask, especially in the VA space and just sound design in general, because he's also a sound designer and works with a lot of VAs here in Cebu.
No, he's
Is that
also
all
a
right?
VA.
Yeah.
Hop in, tell me your questions, and I will give you answers.
Hop in.
Yeah, just hop,
Summoning Nate.
summoning name. Yeah, I guess while we're waiting for him, I do have a
Oh, waiting for
question.
him.
Since like, because I kind of I shared my experience earlier, but like, if there's something like that would make your job easier as a VA when working with like I guess game studios or directors, like what would you want like directors or game studios to know? Like if you could ask for something from them as part of the voice acting process. Yeah.
I want them to tell me exactly what they want because sometimes they be kind of vague and they'll be like, good. Oh, that's good. But can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And I'm like, wait, but you said it was good. Huh?
Yeah, it's like
What? Huh? Be clear. Tell me it sucked. It's okay. Tell
all right.
me, because I'm gonna think you want me to just adjust it a little bit, but then in actuality, you want me to adjust it like it completely 180.
All right. No, it's just like okay, Dane. That's okay. That's a hard ask. Even we like we don't know what we want. We just hear it and just like figure stuff out along the way. I don't know. How is it like for you, Dane San? And do you guys have plans to voice your character, your biblically accurate angel?
Right now, there's no plans for the biblically accurate angel part, but for the future games, for example, without type, voice is going to be like one of the very integral features of the game. We haven't figured that out yet, but hopefully soon we get something.
All right. So we'll figure it out first, then
We'll figure it
then
out.
we will be able to answer your request, Admiral Trina.
What about
we
me?
have,
Okay, sounds
we have
good.
we have to know what we want first.
Jenny, what about your visual
Yeah.
novel?
What about your VN, Janelle?
I know.
The
We'll find out once we get
kawaii.
funding. It's still like under us. For context, Admiral Trina, we're working on a hidden object game horror visual novel. So like, it's really inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club, Misai, Needy Girl Overdose. So it's like that type of genre. So yeah, we're still figuring it out. Do we want her voice? Do you not want her voice? How's this gonna work? Do we have money to actually pay the voice actors? That's like the bigger question. Like
Right.
yeah, because I mean I think like there's like the state of the industry, especially with AI and things, it's getting really complicated. We won't really delve into it, but like I have a lot of respect for like creative work, and yeah, it gets really murky, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, I understand. Remember, real people is where it's at because we're real people are working hard, aka you and me.
Exactly.
Like for the creatives out there, how do you guys feel about AI stuff? How about you, Trina? What do you think of AI stuff? And how is it affecting your work?
Hot seat questions. Oh my god.
Ooh, hot take, huh? Hot takes.
Hot take. What's your hot take?
I feel like it should only be used as a tool, but not as something to replace your job. Like it should not completely take over like a whole project kind of thing. Like maybe like for a reference it's okay, but nothing like official. Like come on, people are really putting AI into like entire AI into like a video game. You already know it's going to sound trash because AI will never at this point, it will not reflect what a real person sounds like. And I just feel like, being a real person, it's more presentable. People want to hear real people. People don't want to hear a robot talking, right? So, personally downvote for AI, especially if they're gonna take over art and voice acting.
Yeah, for real, for sure. You can't replace it, man. It has the heart and soul and passion. Like what?
Correct.
Yeah, also in the
I,
game dev industry, it's also kind of looked down upon to use generative AI. AI as
yeah,
a tool, okay, but generative AI is, yeah,
yeah,
no
generative AI
bullshit to it.
is different. Like I mean, like I use AI for like I don't know rephrase my lines because like
Yes,
this
give me ideas.
give me ideas. My brain can't like pump out ideas anymore. I'm just like yeah.
Correct.
Mm. I mean, there is this over reliance now, especially with even people in marketing. Like, there's this over reliance in AI now, but I think someone can really tell. Like, even like if you go out of your way to like create captions for your posts, and then you
Ruben, who
don't
are you
edit.
referring to, Ruben?
No, no, no.
Are you referring to Mr. Marketing
Ah,
Officer of Capricious? It's like you're outing yourself. All right, it's all good. Right, Dane-san, it's all good.
I tell you.
Strike one for market.
I'm not saying you shouldn't like not use it, like for copywriting or something. Like, no one has the time to write like a
Okay, so
ten
okay for
paragraph
marketing,
caption just
copywriting.
for.
Okay, keep talking, Ruben.
No, but I think going out of your way to make sure that that your captions still sound like you and not throw fancy words around because
Okay,
like the AI chooses to. Then like I
okay.
think that like that that goes a long way. Even
So, so
just
it's like
using some
so it's like
verbiage.
so it's like me like okay, as Ruben Yap, marketing officer, please write my caption exactly like me and my
Exactly
prompt.
like how would I would.
Oh God,
It's still kind of terrible. Like I think I like.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't remember stuff. Like not like it's not great and not yet, I guess. So yeah, it's not great yet for copywriting. I don't think it's completely doing the job yet. Like there's a lot of things that needs changed for sure.
No, I wanted to stop printing out like paragraphs of replies when I just want a simple straight answer for some reason.
Wait,
Yeah,
didn't we talk about this just very recently? I'm having the deja vu.
deja vu.
Oh yeah, Otaku Fest. Yeah, last week we were talking about AI and how the game development industry should move forwards with it. Generally, the consensus was to use it as a tool and not as a replacement for creation.
correct.
Yeah.
But Trina, like, how do you handle your social media presence? Like, do you plan things ahead, or do you just post whatever you want to post on a whim? I mean, you already have an audience, so I don't know if like you should still continue optimizing your posts to gain more reach when the reach is already there for you. Like, how
Do
do you
you
go about tackling social media?
even optimize?
Well, I want to know, I want people to know I'm there. So I usually schedule a post like I work on posts like in advance and then I schedule it for the day. So like I usually post something like on YouTube which then goes into my social media X account as well. I schedule something like 8 a.m. my time. So every morning it will be posted. And then if I want to do like real-time stuff, I also add that too. Like, such as this stream I posted on my social media. So I always do a scheduled stream for the most part, and then I do extra as well when I want to post something. So it's both.
And as someone with a community, like how do you make sure that everyone, like the people who are following you, like constantly, are engaged and are incentivized for following you and for supporting you, like from the start? How do you make sure that they're incentivized and
Damn,
still?
Ruben throwing out marketing words.
Marketing
No.
words. Marketing words, right?
Marketing words.
Well,
No, no,
Brain.
I'm curious because like a bit of context, like we do like having people in our Discord, but we're still trying to figure out a way to incentivize them for joining and for being interactive in our Discord. Not necessarily monetarily, but like just in general, like quick things that we can give out or post that could give them the dopamine hit when they see it. What do you usually do?
well, you can do genuine connections, like comment on other people's posts, like show that you really care about what other people are doing, not always about you all the time, right? You need to give back to the community as well. So, respond to comments, write a comment, write a post on their page and spread the love. It's all positivity, and all we can do is bring each other up, and it'll come back to you.
I mean, that's actually that's pretty good advice. So do you do comment? Like, do you do interact often with a lot of fans? Is that correct?
Of course, I usually write a lot of comments on YouTube. If they make a comment, I'm most likely, like, I would say, like 80-90% of the time I do respond back.
Then how do you make sure you're not burnt out from your socials? Like, because that can happen really fast, like just like that. Like one of these days you can just wake up and be like, oh, this is getting tiring. I'm not gonna do it. But then because of how the algorithm is, you have to be interactive. How do
Hey,
you
I'm
stay
telling
away
you.
from getting burnt out? Like besides the naps.
Again, you can schedule your posts. You can make like 20 posts and schedule it one each day, and bam, now you don't have to do anything for 20 days if you don't want to. You're good. You're good. You're like literally taking like technically almost a 3-week break, but it's still working because you scheduled it ahead of time. So
Yeah.
bam, there you go.
No, I agree with that too. No, 'cause people think like I think that's shorts, right? Shorts or like like small short content videos because the attention span of the world has suddenly like turned into a goldfish. But yeah, I agree with that.
Right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. No, because the algorithm changed for YouTube. Like now it's like shorts heavy compared to how it was before. I think you need at
Yep.
least like 10 minutes and things like that. I think it still is, but shorts have a lot more traction now.
I
Yeah.
Yep.
think for YouTube, not necessarily shorts. YouTube is still very much made for long form content, whereas the shorts are generally into Reels and TikTok.
I think it depends on your market. I think it
Yeah, it
depends on
depends
your
on your
market.
yeah, it
Depends
depends
on
on
your
who
market.
you're going for.
Yeah. Because if we're looking for the Gen Alphas, oh god, generations. Gen Alpha, I can't be this Gen Alpha now, man. I'm like stuck with Millennial and Gen Zs and others Gen Alpha and other things. But yeah.
Now we're receiving some questions from the comments.
Sure.
Someone asked if you're a Pokemon, what's your Pokemon type and why?
I'm a fairy type, of
Oh
course, because
wow.
I'm so sweet, and I love the color pink, and most of them are pink. So yes.
Yes.
How about you, Dane?
Wait, what? Sorry,
What
spaced
your
out.
Pokemon type
Spaced
and
out.
why?
Definitely rock, because I generally
Because you're
play as. Hey,
Because
bro.
you're
I
what?
generally
for what?
play
Oh,
play tank
PG stream,
types
right?
in
Okay.
the
Uh, hmm.
tank type Pokemons.
Yeah. I
But
know
no,
you didn't ask me,
I have
Ruben.
switched to Team Pal World now,
Yeah,
though.
Team Pal World. Hey, I mean, innovative gameplay. I know you didn't ask me, Ruben. I would be Ghost type. No, not because I like ghosting people. I just like they're purple. They're purple. They're cool. My favorite Pokemon is still Ghastly. Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
exactly. It's Ghastly. I wish Ghastly would never evolve. But like also
Bro,
like it becomes Gengar. Gengar is still cool, but Ghastly is where it's at. I'm sorry, Gengar
Vanguard.
enjoyers. Yeah. And Haunter. Anyways, oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah, if you
I'm
check
showing
the
it on
background,
stream.
if you check the stream background, hello friend, thank you for sending me how big of a fan you are to Vera. If you can see the stream, Admiral Trina, that's how big of a fan he is, and he plays the game in EN, so he does hear your voice a lot. So yes,
wow, wow,
big
wow.
dedication right
Big
there.
fan. Yay.
Yeah, round of applause, chat. Thanks, chat. Please
Thanks,
look at
chat.
him and then praise him. Question mark.
Wait, Janelle, calm down.
Hey, it's not me. Bro, I'm not barking in the comments. Am I? Wait, I had to
Woof
do a
woof.
double tick.
Woof woof.
Hey.
Well, Admiral Trina, what's your favorite anime? Someone's asking.
I like I like those cute animes, and they're also horror too. I like, Madoka Magica because it's so sweet, but then it's scary
Like that
horror.
anime. So sweet. I never expected to put so sweet in Madoka Magica.
So sweet, and then it's
So sweet.
oop.
Yeah, and where's Cube? Where is that little piece of furball goodness? Where's Cube?
Right?
Right? It's a sweet anime. Everyone highly recommend it.
I think I'm looking through. There are some questions.
Yeah, I guess well,
Um,
go ahead, Ruben. Sorry.
no, go.
Yeah, no, I was like, when you're looking for questions, I just want to talk about like if you do watch Madoka Magica, have like other at time after you watch it to decompress if you plan to binge watch it, because like you will kind of need it. Okay, it's just fair warning. It's just hey, it's a great anime, man. I cried
It's
so much.
great.
I cried so
Go
much.
watch it.
Go watch it, especially if you're a fan of magical girls, like that type of like thing in anime, like magical girls. It's like, hey, if you're a fan of Sailor Moon and stuff, and you think it's gonna be like Sailor Moon and stuff, you will be very surprised. Yeah.
One last like question. I so your what type of media do you usually consume? And like yeah, what do you usually what type of media do you usually consume? Like especially to decompress after work.
I like to watch Hell's Kitchen. You know Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, wait for
Really?
He's always yelling at people,
decompress.
and then I see the food and I want to eat the food.
It's
Idiot
raw.
sandwich
What
and
kind of
stuff.
sandwich are you?
Roasting
Yo, a
people in
soup
real time.
sandwich.
Those are sandwich. Wait a minute.
You're donkey.
But
It's
he's so nice.
raw.
This raw. Oh god, we're butchering the accent so hard.
He's so nice to kids though. Like in Iron Chef Junior, like he's so nice to them.
Oh yeah,
But
he's nice.
Things are
You know,
just
he
ignorant.
tones it
Like,
up for the TV.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
he
think it's
recently
also
visited
because
the Philippines.
Sorry, Ruben. I cut you off.
No, he recently visited the Philippines, like
Oh,
in
he did.
Manila. He had like a
Wow.
show. Yeah, because I think they opened a restaurant in Manila. So yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of like you visited the Philippines recently too, right? Like how was it for you?
Oh my gosh. I want to go back. It was so nice because I was on vacation, so I didn't have to work or anything. I was just enjoying traveling, going to the mountains and stuff, going swimming, having a good time. And it's nice because you guys can speak English, so even if I don't know any Tagalog, I'm still okay.
Go to
Ruben, if
Cebu
you
next.
wanna teach her
Thanks,
some Tagalog slash Bisaya.
We
for
don't even
budgeting
speak.
for Admiral Trina's like travel expenses.
Yeah,
Go to Cebu next, cause Cebu is like a different island. We speak like Cebuano instead of Tagalog, but like there's a lot of beaches here and stuff. And Ruben will
yeah.
pick you up. Thanks, Ruben, for picking up there.
Thanks, Ruben.
Thanks, Ruben.
We
Yeah,
have
thanks, Christy, for the marketing budget.
Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Christy, for the marketing.
She's
But
our
thank you for
finance.
approving this on stream.
Thank you.
But yeah, like if you are to visit again and if you're in Cebu, like don't be a stranger. Like the team would be happy to have you for like dinner or lunch or anything. Like just to say hi and say thanks
Eat
for being
together,
an
right?
awesome.
Eat together for dinner, not eat person for dinner. We are not cannibals in Cebu, right?
Yeah, right.
Phrasing,
Whoa,
Ruben.
whoa, whoa.
Ruben,
Phrasing,
phrasing.
Ruben.
Hey,
Phrasing.
yo.
Yo, I was like, yo, whoa. It reminds me of that
Whoa,
one
whoa, whoa,
documentary
buddy.
video. Because like there's a documentary video where like I think a guy interviewed a cannibal tribe, and then like the guy was like the cannibal was like, oh, like being very serious, like, no, you're not leaving. And then the guy was like, oh, I don't think this is a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All right, Ruben. Strike two, Ruben. Strike two for Ruben. First AI, now
Wait,
cannibalism. Like,
Bring everything to
bro, we're
Ruben.
a friendly stream, right?
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
So
Yeah, let's.
but well anyways, so like wrapping up the stream, like what are you up to, Trina? Like what do you wanna essentially publicize or promote? Wrapping up the stream. You are going to an event pretty soon. Maybe you could give us some context about that before we wrap up.
Hi, everyone. You better be at Metro HamCon. It's going to be in Georgia, in America. It'll be in the summertime, and it'll be my first ever special guest convention as a voice actor. So I'm super looking excited to signing autographs, doing a panel, talking to the fans, taking photos. That's going to be so much fun. I wish it could happen tomorrow because I'm super excited. Also, if you people in the Philippines invite me as a guest to your convention over there because I would love to go to the Philippines again. Thank you.
Woo!
Exactly,
Our,
stuff.
our
Or what?
That's 2026. Oh god. No. We start
Yeah.
thinking the budget's like, oh yeah, all right, let me casually book my 15-hour flight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun because generally he is actually one of the organizers in big events, like big conventions here in Cebu. So
Ooh,
maybe
okay, pick me, please.
Janelle, make
Yeah,
it happen. Make it happen.
we
Make
make
it
it
happen.
happen. All right. Thanks, Capriccioso, for your kind donation of a small amount of like $2 million. We're gonna increase it by 1 million each time this gets brought up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. So go back to Admiral Trina. I'm not the one in the middle.
But yeah, thanks again, Admiral Trina, for essentially making time. It's starting to get a bit late there. It's after dinner time. But guys, like before we cap off, like we just want to say to drop by her socials, her Twitter, Admiral Trina, Blue Sky, YouTube and Twitch. She's all very active there. Feel free to subscribe or follow her. She can give you awesome advice with your VA work, and she has a lot of very interesting and fun content as a VTuber there as well. So make sure to visit her. Um, yeah, so we just want to cap off the stream by saying thank you to Admiral Trina and for everyone else. I know it's a Saturday. We usually have these on Friday, but it's a Saturday for us and it's a Friday for you. And yeah, overall, it's just a big thanks. And we want to end the stream by having like a very short announcement of what our team is up to. We actually have we're actually we're adding more things to our game Haphazard Angel, and not only that, we've decided to relaunch our game Arconnect, which was shown in Arcon 2023. That's 2023, yeah, correct. And we're gonna rebrand it to Astrolink, and we plan on essentially having this on majority of the conventions here in Cebu in the future. So look out for that. Here's a little teaser behind Admiral Trina. And yeah, to cap it off, thank you for your time again, Trina. It's been great. It's been an honor, and we're big fans, especially the
fans.
Capriccioso team. Expect a lot of tagging after this because we're gonna turn this podcast into little snippets. But overall, thank you for having thank you for being with us. It's been great.
It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you so
Yeah!
Wait, where is it?
Woo,
Where is it
woo,
now?
woo, woo.
All right. Are we not live anymore? Can I
We're still live.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.